Warm welcome in association with Virgin Active to the latest DVD offering from the GMB Panthers. Referee Tom Darnell about to drop the puck at the biggest game in European ice hockey. The GMB Panthers versus the Sheffield Steelers. It's the day after Boxing Day, and the GMB Panthers are looking for quick-fire revenge. Hewitt shoots off target. He was a thorn in the side yesterday. Panthers throwing some hits early doors. It's fed to the front. No one at home for Sheffield, but they've managed to keep the puck kind of in possession. Now they've lost it. No, they haven't. David Clark can't take advantage, and it's fired forward by Sheffield, only as far as the Panthers' defence, and then Hewitt tries to fire one straight at Corey Nielsen. Pretty obvious. They don't like each other, but there again, one of them can play ice hockey and one of them can't. So it's the Latvian goalkeeper, Mustakovs, against stand-in Kevin St. Pierre. Kevin St. Pierre gets his first piece of the puck. Tom Norton stretches, does well. Had a great game in Sheffield, I thought, the youngster. Covering in for my colour commentator today, Danny Myers, captain of the Panthers. We'll talk to him in a minute. We've got a stand-in on the camera, one of the pros from televideo helping us out, Steve Wilkinson. We wish him a speedy recovery from injury, as we do Danny. As I say, we'll talk to him in a moment. Panthers get it down. We haven't had a whistle yet, and we've had a minute and a quarter of play. This one started with world champion Carl Froch dropping the puck with Andy Worth from the GMB after they'd announced 10 straight years as main team sponsor. Great supporters of the GMB Nottingham Panthers. One champion Carl Froch joined by another Andy Worth on the ice. He's a bit puzzled there by referee Tom Darnell. It's Matt Myers, 6-1, half a dozen of the others, and Nottingham get penalised. Danny Myers, welcome to the DVD recording, Danny. 7,028 people in the building today. That kind of beat, who was it in the NHL yesterday?
I believe it was the New Jersey Devils against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So what an incredible achievement again tonight by the Panthers organisation.
18:26 to go, first period. Sponsored by Remit, training in the automotive industry. Sheffield on the power play, shot off target. St. Pierre had the post covered. Saric, interference, the call against Matt Myers. Talbot stretches, gets possession, gets it to Ashley Tate. Having a great year on his return from Italy for the Sheffield Steelers. Sheffield trying to get the open man into a shooting position. Good interception though by David Alexander Beauregard. And he makes a nuisance of himself. And he hustles and he harries and he beats Saric to it. And eventually there's an offside whistle.
We'll take it.
We'll take the whistle. Thanks very much, boys. But it wasn't offside in a month of Sundays. You were watching yesterday, Danny. Some of the calls were just, like, I asked the referee afterwards, if you, go boo to a player and he gives you a spank, one punch and then you turtle, apparently you can't get 2 minutes from sportsmanlike anymore.
I mean,
so you don't give anything in my fault.
Just questionable calls, wasn't there? I mean, I don't understand why they put Andy Carson in charge of these games. I mean, it's obviously there's a lot of history with Andy with these games before. I mean, we even had it as early as this season. So the fact that the league put him in charge again is just mind-boggling, really.
The thing is, I say, Andy Carson knows the rule book back to front. If I need to question, like that, Andy, why didn't you call two? There's no such thing as a 2-minute penalty. He knows the rule book. But it's not fair on a guy who comes from Sheffield to be put in the high octave. It's not just a local derby match, it is genuinely the biggest rivalry in Europe.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge rivalry. Not only that, it's two teams that are competing for the league championship here. And we've got a guy in charge who actually comes from one of the places. I mean, well, Gary, we need you to get your skates on to be the referee for the next game, I think. See how they like it that way.
I'd be totally unbiased.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just like this commentating between you and I. Good stick, Lacko.
Great job, lads. He had a good game last night. Took his ice time.
Yeah,
Tate having a little bit of a stick fight with Corey Nielsen behind the play as he leaves the ice.
Lacko's improved every game this season so far. He's got that added extra responsibility and added ice time, and he's taking it with both hands.
Well, I wouldn't recommend he went to the Ben Johnson School of Bodybuilding, but it wouldn't half help because it'd make him a heck of a player. Domish gets it across. Brilliant pad save by the Saint. The return of the Saint. 90 seconds of the power play gone. Sheffield scored 4 power play goals in the first Christmas encounter.
Yeah, absolutely huge to get our penalty kill back on track tonight. As you say, 4 power play goals yesterday. You take those goals away, and sure enough, we've got a win. I mean, that shows how important. 5
rings of the bell, Danny. We rang the bell 5 times.
That shows the importance of this penalty kill for us tonight.
And I'm not making out that we should have won the game or whatever. I mean, we had chances to win the game. We didn't win the game. potentially you could argue the best team did win the game, but we still, whilst not playing at our best, hit the post or the bar 5 times. We had a great first period, lost our way second period, ground out the third period, and the scoreline wasn't fair. It wasn't a fair reflection.
To be honest, we should have been completely clear after the first. I mean, as you say, we hit the post so many times. We came in 3-1 up, and not only hitting the post, but we also had many chances where. I mean, I really felt that we were unjust coming in at 3-1. It was, but you know, that's hockey. Things change pretty quickly, and as shown yesterday.
All right. Last word on the refereeing, I hope, tonight. They're having a Barney at the Steelers bench. Ben Simon having a go. 2 things about that. One, he's not allowed to even talk to the referee.
I was going to bring this up actually, because this is something as a captain that really, really annoys me. Being out on the ice, it's okay for captains to talk to referees, but when I see a number of player coaches going over to the ref and talking, it's something that, you know, it really confuses me. I mean, we have these rules where it's the season A's that are allowed to talk to the referees, and mostly just the season. And you know, we've got player coaches in there and give them their 2 pence, and you know, let's be honest.
More than their 2 pence.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
The problem. The other point I was going to make about the referee in there was the call was offside against Billy Ryan, who'd been pushed offside. Now, if it's offside, it's also interference.
Of course, absolutely.
So, you know, no consistency, no balance. Tom Norton bides his time, fires it off the glass, clever play. He's another play that I think is going to mature into a class act. He's extremely popular in our dressing room, and we all have high hopes for North. He's going to turn into a great player, but he's also he's a great kid, and one of those people that you do anything to help out and pass on any knowledge that you can. Ian McDonald gets the puck in low for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. He's back in the lineup. Rob Hells Bellamy suffering a bit of a back twinge, and of course Panthers without Penner, who's still suspended, and without the guy next to me who's technically suspended, but had he not been injured, I think I'd have been. I think Kavanagh QC Moran would have been going to work. Honest. As I said on Sky Sports, the similarity between your hit on their goalie and Cruikshank's deliberate attempt to injure our goalie was like saying Dave Sims looks like Brad Pitt because they both got 2 arms.
You know what, the funny thing is, well, I suppose it's not particularly funny. I mean, if you think back to Derek Campbell biting a linesman at the start of the year, I was better off going down there and biting Jaeger. So I'll know that for next time, I suppose.
So what did you have for Christmas dinner? Steve Lee stretches, gets the shot away. Mustakovs just gets the 5-hole closed in time. The Sheffield fans chant moose, moose, moose. It's got scoreless. We've had over 5 minutes of the first period. Not as much hitting as I thought we'd see tonight.
No, I agree. Yeah, I agree. I was expecting a lot more physical game. Certainly after, that's going to start going now. Yep, here we go. Nice, Gary. You got it going.
Well, Simon started it with a big hit. Nikolov comes in and drops the gloves on the way and grabs a guy who looked like he was going to go not third
Stevie
man,
wants
not
to go with
fourth
Clark.
man.
Stevie wants to go with Clark. Yep. Come on, Stevie. Come on,
Stevie Lee and Neil Clark. Neil Clark took a pasting from Guy Lepine last night. That's a young 19-year-old Brit against an AHL experienced heavyweight who got spanked last night, and he's struggling with a 19-year-old Brit with a shoulder injury right now. Right now the linesman should be in there because he's not going anywhere, and Clark's taking his gear off.
Yep.
And that's against the rules. Oh, cheap shot. Cheap.
Real cheap.
Well, what can you expect from Sheffield Steelers? A cheap shot from Clark on a young Brit. Young Brit gets the round of applause for me. Great job, Steve Lee. Heavyweight Clark. And you know what, Clark? You've just booked an appointment with Guy Lepine for round 2. And he tanked you yesterday. He tattooed you. He fed it to you yesterday.
Not only that,
enough for you, Danny?
Not only that, he's got a certain Alex Penner to look forward to for the rest of the season as well. I'm sure Penn's, who's at the suite number 4 right now, will be licking his lips.
I mean, he'd be making a note of the numbers if he could count past 10, but we'll remind him 15. That's a 1 and a 5 pence.
Or just the guy in a black shirt.
Now, here's a question for you. Will referee Darnell remember his initial call was Ben Simon, 2 + 10 at least, for checking from behind?
Yeah, we'll see about that. And what's happening with Clark here? He's going off, and that's it. If I'm right, that looks like a shoulder injury to me.
Nah, his shirt's just off. No, it could be a shoulder injury.
I think he's from experience.
I'll have to send you round to do a diagnosis. And we got Julie McGlashan here tonight, the doctor, because he's ear, nose and throat specialist. He knows nothing about shoulders. I'll send you round, I'll ring the boy up, you know, we'll get some people who've got experience of shoulder injuries.
I'm sure me and Mopes can go around there and diagnose him pretty straight away.
So, did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, it was good.
Did the band have a good time?
Yeah,
is he old enough to know yet?
No, not quite, but you know, to be honest with you, I think every day is Christmas Day for him, to be honest with you. He's, I tell you what, it's his birthday in January, and my wife didn't want my son to play hockey for love nor money, but I brought him down to practice a couple of times, and I managed to get him a shirt last year, and he's actually worn the shirt 14 days straight now. He wore it to bed last night. Today, he realised, it's funny, when we pull out of our estate, if we turn left, that means he's going to school. If we turn right, then that means I'm taking him to practice. So, you know, every time we turn left, you know there's some screaming in the back. I mean, he loves coming down, watching the Panthers, and it's a great thrill for me to see him in a Panthers jersey.
Okay, here come the calls. Simon and Thomas. 2 minutes each for roughing. Where's the initial call? His arm was in the air. So Clark only got 5 minutes of fighting, so you were spot on, Danny. There's obviously an injury problem there. But the original call from Simon hasn't been made.
But Matthews ended up with 2 here.
Nikolov gets 2. Myers gets 2.
But, okay, if my memory serves me correct, Simon makes the high hit on Matthew here. Matthew gives him a shot back. Now, I seem to remember Neil Clark coming straight in, and that's when Stevie dove in.
So they get a power play out of instigating. I think this is the point. His arm was in the air for the Simon call, Danny. You can rewind the DVD, folks, and see the referee's arm was in the air for the Simon call for the hit on Matthew Myers, and now he hasn't called it. Well, O'Halloran, the linesman on the far side, is a Canadian fireman.
He fell over the mat, I seem to recall, when he first came out.
And Chris Beck on this side is now employed after being unemployed for 3 years. He now lays floors with his dad. And Tom Darnell works for one of those big, thick directory things with phone numbers in it. A certain colour. The colour you mostly associate with cowards. I just don't want to give the firm a free plug because I'm trying to get them to pay for sponsorship. 13:52 to go. Panthers on the second kill of the day. Saric gets it out left wing. Tate stretches his legs, tries to get there. Corey Nielsen hits him and hits him hard. Good fair challenge. Saric throws it behind the net. Lepine's got all the time in the world to send that one down the ice, and he does fire it down the ice. Or he gets a lot of time on the puck. Guy Lepine. He's earned what we call respect.
Oh yeah. So it's quite funny actually because I'd actually been playing with Guy for the last 3 weeks, and you notice just how much space that guy gets. And the amount of time a player will come down his wing. Any other defenseman, I'm sure, he'd try and take him on. He just dumps the puck away. Doesn't want to go anywhere near Guy. Good job, Knox. Good job.
Clark and Tate behind the play.
This carried over from yesterday.
And it's another case of I'm going to stick you and then I'm going to run away.
Yeah.
Right now, if it was me, I'd be going round that line. He wouldn't be strong enough, the fireman from Canada. You know what? Clark isn't really injured. He just knew when he squared off with young Brit Steve Lee, Guy Lepine was going to come and get him later in the game.
I think he might have saw Lep leaning over the boards and licking his lips. Looking at Clark loads of a piece of raw meat.
Corey Nielsen giving it to Dowd in his ear. Now, there are too many younger Brits around that haven't earned their spurs and think there's something special.
Well, I mean, if you're going to run your mouth off, then you got to back it up. And then there was a case yesterday when Hewitt stuck Mizey, you know, let's go, let's do it the proper way, like men. And sure enough, Hewitt turtled. I mean,
the British poodle.
Yeah.
Sorry, is that not his nickname? Panthers have started hitting now. And they're doing well on this kill, but there's still 15 seconds of man advantage to go. Stick in. Glove down by Bollybrook, keeps it in the zone. Last 8 seconds of the power play. Dowd gives it off to Globka, probably the Sheffield best player. They've teed it up, and great save from the Saint. Great save. Sends it upstairs, and Corey Nielsen makes sure he finishes his hit as well, and makes sure he gets his shoulder in front of Globka as he comes to check there isn't any afters going off. Not that he would be a player that wants to. I think he just woke up about 4 days before Christmas after the hit Guy Lepine laid on him in about October.
I think if you look closely on Guy's shoulder, you might still see his jaw. Can we get a close in somewhere?
Yeah, dental records. If there's ever a problem for the guy, we can send in Guy's left shoulder off his white shirt for forensic analysis. Mark Thomas.
Another good kill by the Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers back to full strength. Tom Norton gets a piece of it. It's bounced kindly for Sheffield. John Zion gets in. Tom Norton heads it. You see, that's the difference between a Brit and a Canadian. The Brits know a little bit of soccer. A little jingly-jangly puck at the side of the goal, so the big lobster pot comes down from Kevin the Saint and St. Pierre.
No return from Clark yet. Doesn't seem to be any action in the tunnel either. It doesn't look like he's coming back.
I think there should be a rule that if you sign a player called Clark, no other team can sign anyone called Clark, because it just confuses commentators. I mean, and some commentators don't need any help getting confused because they can't manage their own pronunciations and what have you. Right, Thomas passes it to Beauregard. He kicks it inside, can't get to his own play, and Sheffield bring it forward with young Squires. Backhand right across the face. Beauregard covering his man. Hewitt. Beauregard ties his man up on the boards.
This is going to mount something right now.
And Beauregard's he's not even got an arm wrap round him.
Glad to see Darnell using some common sense there.
Just using his body weight. And no disrespect, but there's not an awful lot of that compared to some players. And Hewitt couldn't force his way out of it. Or was he just trying to cheat? Panthers, turn to the front. Hit from behind comes in on Harima. I think there's an awful lot more to come from Jeff Harima. You just see the touches and the glitches. And then unfortunately, no games, a few days off for Christmas, and his match fitness, his conditioning grinds to a halt when you can be fit, doesn't matter a great deal if you have a few days off. But you got to keep it going, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could tell he's got great awareness and a great touch, and Jeff's going to get better every single game for us. And it's actually, for some players, they won't look forward to playing so many games in a short space of time. But I think for Jeff, it's really going to get him into the swing of things. We obviously play 3 games in 4 days here, and then we have a 3-3 come up soon. And I think by the end of that, you're really going to see the best of Jeff.
Panthers hustling and bustling. It was David Clark with a one-handed pony trick. Guy Lepine didn't get all of the youngster there. He was off balance and he stopped him dead in his tracks. Tricky work from Billy Ryan. David Clark winds up.
I hit the bar.
Clips the bar and goes upstairs into the netting. That's a souvenir, and you can take that home with you. But even with the help of the netting, I think you'd probably have to take it home because I think it's embedded in the back of your teeth.
That used to be the old saying, didn't it? It used to be. I remember watching the Bracknell Bees, and in fact, Bavy was the Darren Bavister, the guy that's doing the DJing tonight. He was the DJ at Bracknell, and he was used to say, "You can keep the puck as soon as you've removed it from your teeth."
We had a family, used to sit opposite us in Block 16, and one of them got hit with a puck badly. So we took him down. We had a dentist. Dentist did a bit of emergency work and what have you. He got fixed. The family came back the next week. The wife got hit on the side of the head, split for 16 stitches. So they said, "Gary, can we move a bit further back?" So we moved them 4 or 5 rows further back. The very next game, the daughter was reading the programme and got hit on the bridge of the nose and broke her nose.
Oh, what do they say? Keep your eye on the puck at all times, eh?
Trouble comes in threes.
Yeah.
Angel Nikolov out of the box, stretches, gets possession, gets it across to this wing, but Sheffield steal it. Hewitt can't get it forward. Awful play by Hewitt, awful. two Brits combine, Norton and Lakovitz, and they get it in low. Just that's all they have to do. Get it in low. That's a safe area for
Josh
the
Ward
puck.
out there now. Good to see Corey. I mean, Corey, whatever you say about him, he uses his Brits and he uses the young Brits, and you know, you got to get a chance off a coach. Every British player needs that chance.
Well, there's no point. That great work by Josh Ward coming back and stealing the puck. Oh, John Zion overcooked it. Fanned on it, didn't get it, but Guy Lepine gets it round. It's kept in by Domish. His shot rings around. Legui feeds it to Bollybrook. Billy Ryan gets enough on it.
Nice
Ward
pass.
gets it away. Clever play. Got his head up. Harima. Guy Lepine goes through two like they're not there. They both said, you hit him, you hit him. No, you hit him, you hit him. It's Guy Lepine. Oh, we'll let him go up the corner first. Well, Sheffield Squires can't take it in. Legui was approximately 45 feet offside. And even Sheffield can't get away with that, wherever the officials come from. Good pass. He's Jade Galbraith. Can he pick his spot? He can, but the keeper gets a pad to it, but only just. It's been an even game.
Yeah, it has. No clear-cut chances so far.
Well,
Both teams have
Clarkie's had a couple
decent-
of big shots.
Yep.
Guy's had a shot. And then Galbraith's attempt there. And the Saints made one big save. Jade Galbraith, magic hands, makes room for the shot. Stick to the corner by Mustakov.
Good hit.
Levers
Good
finishes
hit.
his man, times it nice and clean, gently guides him into the glass. And when you skate as well as Mark Thomas, even that was enough. What a dreadful pass by there. I forget this kid's name.
Johnson, I think it is.
Yeah, the kid they just called up from the Steel Dogs, wasn't it? Or I say called up, that's Yorkshire speak for stole. Mark Levers shown his soccer skills and drawing the penalty. Do you know what, Corey? I'd take the power play. You know. Although here we go, it's worked out nicely. McDonald got good hands here. McDonald teed up Billy Ryan's shot, deflected upstairs. Panthers get their first power play of the night, and it comes at 12:41. And it was those soccer skills of a Brit that drew the penalty.
From a Derby player as well. Unbelievable.
Actually, thinking about it, he does come from Derby, so they weren't really soccer skills.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The puck hit him on the foot, and it drew the penalty from the Canadian.
We'll take it though. Stevie Lee back out on the ice. No sign of Clark yet.
I saw them passing in one of those instant, not microwave, whatever the opposite is, for ice. You know, the ones you crack to make out. I saw them giving the ice pack in for Stevie to put on his shoulder. Tate gets a piece of it, gets it out. Panthers have to regroup. He's Galbraith, tries to flick it through. It's ricocheted around, and Myers gets a piece of it, gets it into the corner. Domish doesn't muck about, but hits the linesman. Zion needs help and gets it. Myers has it. Harima loses an edge. Matt Myers can't backhand it to the corner. Bollybrook can't do much. Nielsen keeps it in now. Can Panthers set up? David Clark with a big blast and a save.
Oh boy, Myers.
Sheffield have a habit of like saying, I'll go, and then they don't want to know. It's a good tactic as long as the referee only calls it your way, as happened yesterday.
Well, yeah, I mean it's a good tactic if you can look yourself in the mirror and say, "Yep, that's I'm an honest guy. I'm just going to keep chirping. I'm going to do absolutely nothing about it."
So we got 6:36 to go. First period. It's goalless. Mark Levers doesn't win the draw. Thomas gets it rounded out. Ian McDonald, who should have fresh legs. At least Tom Darnell, I did talk to Tom Darnell and say that was frustrating. And Chris Beck, who was a linesman last night, said that's frustrating when a guy deliberately tries to get something going. Oh no, dreadful pass. Backhand shot misses the target. Billy Ryan, blind backhand passes. You don't need this, Danny, but I sit up here with Extracken and I say it's the bane of my life and has been since I coached under 10s. Blind backhand passes don't work. I'd rather you sat on the puck.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's a combination of two things there. Obviously, Billy's made a terrible decision to give the puck away, but there was 4 of our guys around him. He's got his head down. What you need is for one of your teammates to make a decision for you. you know, to tell you, you know, you either got to eat it or you got to rim the puck. I mean, as much as that's Billy's fault that he made, you know, a bad decision and coughed the puck up right in the slot, our teammates have to make the decision for him, and they have to take responsibility as well.
And get some communication going.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the other thing. I mean, Saint should be screaming at him.
Yep.
He's the quarterback.
I mean, that's something that, you know, I try and preach as much as I can when I'm out on the ice, trying to be as vocal as I can for everyone.
Good play by David Clark, uses the boards, gets it round. Harima gets it to Nielsen. Big hit, frees the puck up. Sheffield get it down the ice. When this building's full and you're down on ice level, you can still communicate okay, can't you?
Oh, absolutely. You can still hear things. So there's no excuse for us not to be communicating out there. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's loud. But that's no excuse for a guy to make a decision for his teammate and help his buddy out.
So the power play comes to nothing. Had momentum at times. Power play last night was beautiful first period.
Yeah.
First period, that 5-on-3. It was one of those where the fans were saying, "Oh, he's missed. Oh, he's missed," and you just thought, "No, it's coming."
It's coming. You knew it was coming. Yeah.
It was one of those you know. It was like reading a book.
Yeah.
Where you've already worked out who did the murder at the end of the first paragraph. Well, the first chapter.
It's like watching an episode of EastEnders. You know what's going to happen, really.
Well, someone's going to be miserable.
Oh, he took a dive again. Simon was the same yesterday.
Whoop, whoop. Won't be any blood. I didn't think he got caught.
There's a shocker, no blood.
Exactly. You know what? I don't like him because he's with Sheffield, but I don't disrespect him because that's a way of, it's a tactic, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? You're either old school or you're new school, I suppose. I mean, maybe that's our fault that at times we're too honest. Maybe we should go down and start diving. I don't know.
Maybe we should have a go at Coventry's goalkeeper and make something happen. Anyway, he's 3 imports down, but he's a man up at the moment. Ben Simon. Back of the net. Sarich faked once, faked twice, faked 3 times, gave it to Tate. It pulled the box out of position. Tate gave it straight back, and Sarich fired home from 40 feet near the blue line. 1-0 to the Sheffield Steelers at 15-12 with a power play goal. On the fake, high stick call.
No way he should be getting a clear shot from there. Someone has to be in his shooting lane there. There's no way that
it's quick passing though, give him credit.
Oh,
they threw it out left wing, threw it straight back. Box didn't move far. And you know what? You can't blame Kevin St. Pierre. KSP came in here after not playing for a few months. He's doing a big job by filling in Kowalski's boots, and he's filling big boots. John Zion's not really found his feet so far tonight. Oh, blatant hit from behind by Hewitt, and someone should grab him now, not just go over and talk to him. David should have grabbed him, and he should be beating him up right now. I know it might lose you the power play, but for goodness sakes, that was a seriously dangerous hit by Hewitt.
So we'll see if it's 2 + 10. The hit from behind, 2 feet away from the boards. So I'm hoping Darnell's going to call somebody else over to serve Hewitt's 2-minute penalty. The same way that Stevie Lee got it yesterday in the 3rd period.
What's the debate? This gets me.
Not even a debate.
The referee and the Canadian linesman are debating it.
If you notice, not one person on that Sheffield bench even.
I think it's just 2 minutes.
Boarding.
2 minutes for boarding.
See just the consistency. That's all you ask for as a player.
Well, the only good thing is leaves is up. David Clark with a blast pad save. Mustakovsky's getting the pads down low tonight. I mean, I watched him at warm-up yesterday and thought we should shoot low on this guy. And we got 2 of our 3 goals shooting low.
Well, he's we talked about in the dressing room yesterday how big his rebounds are.
Yeah, that's another good point.
We've talked about that, so there's no excuse for guys not being on rebounds. And as you say, he kicks out a lot.
There's
and
a
again,
rebound right
another
there.
rebound.
But we have to drive the net.
Nice pass.
Clever play by Harima. Knew there wasn't much of a shot on from a tight angle, so took it to set up. Bollybrook making a nuisance of himself in front of the net. So's Matty Myers, making life difficult at the office for the Sheffield defence on this penalty kill.
What a great job by Matthew.
Working and working. Then they're coming in with an elbow. That's the way to do it. Give him a glove wash and skate away. Oh, he's calling it.
He's called both, to be fair. Beat it, Sarich.
You know what? I'll take that as a trade, even though it's Matthew. Take it as a trade because there are already 3 imports missing right now.
Was it defenseman as well? Bollybrook.
What do you think's going to happen if you come in with an elbow? Just be grateful it's Matthew.
Oh, bless him. It's you know what? It's great to have Matthew back on our team. Obviously, the view that I have from on the bench is obviously a little bit different from up top. But you know, with Matthew, every single game that guy is going to work his butt off. I mean, he's always in the dirty areas, Matthew. And I think certainly his year away in America has made him a better player. He makes better decisions now.
It's made him hungry, hasn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's what it's really done. It's made him think, you know what, this isn't so bad.
Yeah.
You know, he's chased the dream. He's experienced it. It's always going to be on his CV.
Yeah.
He played pro in North America, but I think he knows that, you know, he can be, as he is, a star.
Well, I think that's the biggest thing with Matthew was always he didn't realise just how good he could be, and he's always been a top Brit. But you know, there's nothing stopping Matthew from being the elite Brit, and certainly one of the best Brit in the league. And I think at times this year he has been.
They've just it's called Matthew an extra 2 minutes.
Oh God!
So we're now 4-on-4, and then they're going to get more power play. That's a ridiculous goal.
2+2.
Clark's back on the ice for the Sheffield Steelers. Clever play by Corey Newson. A little head tilt. Made some room for it. John Zion. Stick handles beautifully. Only problem is he sometimes overcooks it. Gets the backhand, but it wasn't clean to Levers. Levers makes some room. Gets it back. Stevie Lee with a shot. Tip. Oh, Billy Ryan tried to reach his own rebound. He's got it though. He's forced it across to Zion. Zion's lost it, and Sheffield have a chance to bring it forward. And they do so down the left wing with Dowd. Stick check doesn't work. Dowd's got through and shoots over the bar and over the glass and through the netting. I'm not sure the Saint got anything of that, but you know, even when Kevin St. Pierre goes down on his knees, he just about reaches the crossbar.
It's funny when Frenchie first came in the first week, and obviously the new guys hadn't met him before and hadn't seen him. The first training session I was watching just to see how Frenchie was, and all the new guys, every single one came up to me and went, "He's just so big. There's nothing to shoot at."
Tate and Talbot choose not to skate around Guy Lepine. So Hewitt's out of the box, and they've got 45 seconds of power play to come, Sheffield Steelers. Having scored 1 power play already, we've got just over 2 minutes to go first period. Tate's blind backhand pass just gets to a teammate. Globka's shot in and out of the glove. He's got it again, but Clark has a little dig. Globka hangs onto his stick. Talbot back to Globka. Oh, that was an intended pass which Talbot cut out. And Steve Lee snaps it down the ice.
The thing I have noticed about this Sheffield power play, as good as it is, there only is one line. And if you're able to kill off that first minute or so, when Talbot, Le Guy and Sarich and those guys are out there, you generally, touch wood, you generally get through the power play without conceding a goal. I mean, they are out there for a long time.
Panthers are back to full strength. Yeah, you've got to learn something in biased commentary. Don't tempt fate.
I'm still learning. What a pass!
Oh, Lacko just needed to have the stick hard and firm on the ice. Good move though. Nottingham very much in the game, although they trail by a goal to nil. Lakovitz in the corner. Feeds the front. Snapshot from Beauregard. Mustakovs gives it up, but then falls on it, the big Latvian. Falls forward. Everyone has a discussion around the net. We're in the last minute of the first period. It's 1-0 to Sheffield, but it's been a very even period. And but for that power play, which was on a penalty that you could argue should never be given, it would still be even Stevens. Sponsored by Remit, training for the automotive industry. This is a Virgin Active supported Panthers DVD recording. Panthers had all of it first period in Sheffield and came out on the wrong end on Boxing Day by 6 goals to 3. Unless something dramatic happens in the last 45 seconds, Sheffield will have the edge at the end of the first period here in Nottingham in front of 7,000 plus fans. Hewitt shoots through traffic, then gives the puck away. And Clarkey turns it down the ice. That's the good side of the Clark family, not the black sheep of the family. No pun intended.
I hear.
Good play by Zion, he protects the puck, last 10 seconds, gets it forward, Galbraith turns it inside, Billy Ryan, he's gone through, Billy Ryan with seconds to go, shoots and scores with 7 seconds to go in the first period. Billy Ryan gives away to the races, and Deeks, double Deeks and triple Deeks Mustakovs to put Panthers back on level terms at the first break in the biggest game in Elite League ice hockey. GMB Panthers 1, Sheffield Steelers 1. Here we go, folks. Period 2, Panthers versus Sheffield, tied at 2 apiece. Words from Hewitt there to Jade Galbraith, and Dowd's wrapped his stick around Jade Galbraith. I think they're being friendly rather than enmity. Oh, here we go, Panthers. Oh, David Clark tried the shot. It's fallen for Levers. Levers shoots high and wide, and not Hansen. Jade Galbraith just stood behind the net there, hoping for some crumbs to come his way. And it has. He stood there.
Unbelievable.
He knew he was there. David Clark throws the hit. Keeper's in the back of the net. No penalty coming. Levers says, "You're right, kid." Mustakov says, "Dobry den." That's not Latvian. It's Slovakian, but it's the nearest I get to the
How
only
does
word.
Jade end up with a puck there? That was unbelievable.
It was like he stood there and said, "I dare you to pass it to
Yeah.
me." And they fell for the dare. Well, I've been along to see our sponsors, our good friends at Remit. They always sponsor the Christmas fixture with Sheffield. They're loving it. Their guests are loving it. Domish does too much. Panthers have the puck. Levers gives it to Galbraith. Galbraith makes room, shoots. Pad save, big rebound. Well, the Sheffield defence have worked out there are big rebounds coming off because the standard between the hash marks used to turn it to the corner. Joey Talbot brings it forward, goes round Zion, but Zion does the right thing, forces him wide. Josh Ward chips it forward, nothing wrong with that play. Josh Ward still getting shifts, feet through the middle, the Gwee comes round. Totally loses his balance and can't make the shot. Can't work out what went wrong there.
Yeah, I think we got off the hook there. Jesus.
It was like Kevin St. Pierre said, "I dare you to shoot on target." And he dared.
I think enough of the dares now, boys.
Yeah, let's get the pen knives out and play chicken.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what they do in Billingham. Actually, we didn't use pen knives.
Big
Not in
machetes.
Billingham. Yeah. We went down the local butcher's.
Is that how you met Johnny, was it?
You know the story about Johnny, don't you? We've got the Give Blood campaign with us over Christmas, and they're sponsoring the first game of the new year. You know Johnny's story, don't you? Worked in an abattoir, didn't put his chainmail on, tried to stab a side of beef, stabbed himself in the artery, needed 36 pints of blood, died 3 times in the ambulance.
He's a big man as well to put some.
Well, he
blood
wasn't
into.
that big then. He's put a lot on working in the butcher's shop that he set up.
Good play,
Good
Stevie.
cover by Stevie Lee, just in the right place, got the deflection. Ben Simon hustling and bustling, pinned on the boards, trying to make a meal of it. No call this time, he's got the puck in the corner, but Steve Lee just makes enough of it, gets it to the corner. Bob Lakovitz can't get there. Do you see how I've grown him up by calling him Bob? When he gets a bit older, we're going to call him Bob. I should really be calling him Bobby.
We'll give him a cigar as well. Bobby
at the moment. Panthers force it down. We've got spare bodies. Saric gets back. McDonald. Oh, good shot. Rebound. It's right in front. That's not anything, is it? No, it wouldn't be ref. Panthers offside. Hit the linesman in the leg. Ooh. Oh, it's Chris Beck, the unemployable. Sorry, the unemployed. And he's not unemployed. He's got a job with his dad now, laying floors. You should hear it when I've got Andy Carson, who works in a bank, which makes him a banker. Yeah, Staniforth, who's got the knee injury at the moment, he's a tax inspector. Well, that's not kind. We don't normally do that. Playing a soap opera theme song because the referee was hurt. Good gag though, I might have to use that. Corey Nielsen fakes the shot. Everyone 2 for flinching on the right-hand channel. Lepine. Oh, tip from Hewitt. Deliberately plays it off the post and goes and collects his own rebound.
Deliberately.
Lepine brings it forward. Oh, good pass right into the feet. Hewitt should be careful, or some of the Nottingham players might do more than chat to his wife at Virgin Active in Nottingham. No, they might buy her a cup of coffee or something. His wife works at Virgin Active in Nottingham. He tries to send messages to the players through her. I think the messages are written by you-know-who, but whatever. 16:46 to go, second period. GMB, Nottingham Panthers.
Good start so far by the Panthers, really good.
First 5 minutes of every period is key, isn't it, Danny? You get through that first 5 minutes and now you set your stall, like then you can. And if it goes wrong, you've got 15 minutes to do something about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw yesterday when we conceded a goal in the last 3 seconds of that second period to make it 5-3, as opposed to going in at 4-3 down. And obviously the big goal from Billy Ryan, instead of being 1-0 down, we're tied, and the team talk completely changes.
Well, the deflected shot could have gone every which way. There's a massive hook on Billy Ryan in their end, though. Double save by Kevin St. Pierre. And Tom Norton played like a veteran and thought, let's get it down the ice and have a whistle. Let's sort this out.
Like a John Smith's advert, Abbott.
Yeah. Yeah, that went through the greenhouse windows in Sneinton. He's got connections in Sneinton, hasn't he, Tom? I remember we went to the memorial service for his dad there. He's had to grow up in more ways than one in the last year or so.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, it shows the character of the guy that when it did happen, he had so much strength. I mean, obviously it helped that he's got a great family.
Oh, 2-0. It's the same. Can't do anything about that. Panthers caught in the corner. Sheffield take the lead at 23-52. They were 2-0. Saint didn't know whether to cover the pass or the shot. In the end, they went upstairs over his shoulder. It's 2-1 for the Sheffield Steelers in a game sponsored by Remix. Time to get something going right now?
I would think so, yeah. I mean, that's just come from a complete breakdown in our own end, and that's a real cheap goal to give away. I mean, if any time you want to concede a goal, obviously it's not great, but at least you want to make the other team work for it, and it's pretty much a free goal that we just gave there.
McDonald loses control, Talbot gets it out to the left wing. It was 2-on-1s that burned us in Sheffield.
Yeah, we've got to be careful here. I mean, we conceded, was it 4 goals in about 7 minutes yesterday.
3 and 4.5, yeah, 2 of them in 58 seconds.
We just need to stem the tide.
Oh, Nikolov managed to get it right through the crease. Needed Ian McDonald to bear down a wee bit, more than he did. It's ricocheted around. Steve Lee gets it down the ice. They pick it off and give it back to Steve Lee. At nearly 5 minutes of the second period, Sheffield have again taken the lead. They led 1-0. through Saric's power play blast. We equalised through Billy Ryan with seconds to go in the first. And now they've taken the lead again. Blind backhand pass. I like those kind of blind backhand passes from the other two. Clever play by Lakovic. Gets the backhand to Beauregard. No call for tripping on Lakovic, who had his legs pulled out from under him. .14.46, just over 5 minutes gone, 14.46 to go. It was Joey Talbot with the goal from Legui and Squires. I'm not sure how they gave 2 assists to that. Into the feet of Jade Galbraith. Pass was just behind him. Managed to kick it out of his feet. He's got the puck now to David Clark. He comes round the front, tries the soft backhand. Nielsen tries to hurry and keep the puck. Galbraith can't keep it, get control of it, but Lepine has it. Ricochets around, could go any which way. Corey, so determined. You see it so many times. When something goes wrong, Corey tries to put it right single-handed. That Neil Clark saw the train on the track and went to the next station out the way. The boards are taking a battering at the moment. Panthers force it down the left wing. Domish gets to it first. Stick to the corner by Kevin St. Pierre. Globka protects the puck from Lepine, gets it, backhands it to the slot area. Sheffield can only dump it in the corner. Clark goes to get it, backhands it across. Globka goes to get it. Attempted pass is intercepted, flicks up in the air, goes over the glass. It'll be a face-off outside the zone. 13:36 to go, second period. The match is sponsored by Remit. Panthers trail by 2-1. Saric and Talbot, the scorers for the visitors. The reply for Nottingham right at the end of the first period came from Billy Ryan. Ian McDonald back in the lineup tonight. He was a healthy scratch yesterday. Rob Bellamy misses tonight. Not really a healthy scratch. He's got a bit of a back problem. Oh, Billy Ryan close to getting his stick on that. Hooking's the call. That's why he didn't get his stick on it.
It's a great job by Matthew there, hunting down that puck in the corner.
I nearly set Billy Ryan up for his second goal, like I say, but this also gets me where they stand there and say, who me ref, what me ref, and then stand there. You know, for me, that would only happen once, because he'd now have a 2 minutes for delay of the game as well, or you know, misconduct or whatever, and then no one else would do it. Panthers have a power play opportunity for 2 minutes to tie the game up again. Matthew can't quite win the draw this time. Saric gets it down the ice. David Clark can't pick it off at point. St. Pierre tees it up. Corey Nielsen has it. Waits behind his net, brings it out, left channel, has a look, feeds it forward. Panthers with 5 skaters, Sheffield with 4. Arima in the middle, looking for the pass. Galbraith tries to feed the corner. Matthew feeds it back off the boards cleverly. Galbraith to Clark. Clark swings it across to the man with a plan. Nielsen, Clark, Galbraith. Panthers got control now. Feeds it in low. Harima, poke check by Saric. Took too long, took his eye off it. Now tries to battle and win the puck back. Nottingham get it to the corner. Harima has it. Has a look. Feeds it across. And Legui puts his stick in the way. Foot race with Clark. Clark has to come the other side. St. Pierre makes the save immediately. Nielsen fires it forward. Galbraith gets it in. Panthers have bodies in front. Oh, the pass was clever round Domish.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely
Levers goes down. Hooking. 5-on-3 power play to Nottingham for 56 seconds. Panthers scored a beautiful 5-on-3 power play goal.
What's Glob here? Glob stayed 30 feet to go over and yell at Darnell in his face. And he's going to go again. Look, there's going to be no 10-minute call or anything like that. You can say whatever you want, I guess, now.
There were, you know, what we're saying isn't only the rule. There was a re-emphasis of that rule in a letter to all the officials. Yeah. I remember passing it on to you as captain, and Corey as coach saying, it's just the C's and the A's, and player coaches can't talk, and anyone without a C and an A can't talk. Some of the referees say, oh, well, I don't like that because, you know, it makes me look like I don't know, you know, don't want to do it. I like to be everyone's friend. You can't be, you're a referee.
Yeah,
You've given up the right to be everybody's friend. 5 on 3, remember. Little triangle of Sheffield players trying to protect the goalie. Shot from Zion just off target. He scored the 5 on 3 yesterday. He's got a chance now. He's chipped it right to the side. Billy Ryan has to pick up the crumbs and sweep it back. Still 30 odd seconds of 5 on 3. Going to be a big shout if this one tees in. Oh, he ringed the bell for the 8th time in 2 games against the Sheffield Steelers. Ding dong. Christmas is gone. I can't go any further with that. I'm no rapper. That's it. Ding dong. Christmas is gone. How many times will we ring that gong before we equalise against the Donkey Kongs?
I don't think you're wrong.
Thanks, that helped. That just tidied it up at the end. But Billy Ryan fans on his attempt to get it down the left wing. Panthers got it in low. Domish will get to it first. He swings it round the boards and up off the glass and into the crowd. No penalty. It's right next to you, sir. I'm looking down at it. He's got it. He's got a souvenir. Do I have to give it back? No, you can keep it. Gives it to a fan. Obviously didn't want his souvenir, especially Panthers printed System V book.
£5 at the merchandise store.
Correct, they are.
Still available.
All right, Sheffield have killed the 5 on 3. They're going to get a man back in 5 seconds, but Panthers will still be on 5 on 4. It's Bollybrook about to rejoin the action now. Steelers have got one back. Nielsen. Stick handles in. Sarich with the big hip check. Very spectacular stuff, which has got the Yorkshire crowd all worked up. I suppose they're not used to seeing big, clean hits. Matthew Myers using Zion. Zion protects the puck, gets the puck back, has to glove it though. Pass wasn't a great one. Oh, Matthew Myers got the shot through the eye of the camel. That should have been Needle. I just decided to use the word camel because it's Sheffield. Galbraith has a look across. Panthers can't get the one-timer away. Billy Ryan swings it across to Zion. Panthers not with much more time with the man advantage. Myers again. Matt Myers making a nuisance of himself right in front of the blue paint. It's across. Galbraith can't get the one-timer away. Has to protect the puck. Spins and turns away from Sarich. Sarich tries to follow him. Can't. Galbraith to the back door. Panthers take their pick. Nice! Good goal! Matthew Myers with a trick backhand shot through his own leg, through the keeper's 5-0. Or was it Billy Ryan? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I actually thought it might have been Ian McDonald. And I don't think he's realised he scored, but
he just tried to backhand it into the danger area, and the power play was about to finish, and Panthers have equalised. It could have been Myers, it could have been Billy Ryan. It was the man who didn't even play yesterday, we think, Ian McDonald. I don't care who scored. It's 2-2. And of the 7,028 people in here, 6,500 are dancing to our favourite tune. Beauregard makes a nuisance of himself. Nikolov deliberately plays it off the referee. They've given it to Matt Myers. I must trust these 55-year-old sets of eyes that I've got. I got it right first time round, and then I thought, oh, well, he's not really celebrating like everybody else. Well, we're going to face off centre ice for some bizarre reason. Well, Ian McDonald wins the draw against Ben Simon. Little tactic there. He just stepped back a little bit, stretched him. Takes away the element of sticking the opponent. Panthers get it in low, arms up. There's the icing whistle. Beauregard, being the gentleman, didn't run Mark Thomas into the glass. We're just past halfway. It's a 2-2 game. This is how Nottingham Sheffield games should be. Close. But if the hockey gods are smiling, we should win every one.
Absolutely.
I mean, last year was embarrassing for the Sheffield Steelers. What was it? We won 8, they won 2, and they went overboard about the second one they won when we had 7 guys missing by the end. You know, how could you take any pride in that? Ian McDonald. We thought he scored, he didn't. He tries to get one. Lakovitz hustling and bustling as best he can. Beauregard chipped it in, did well, but now Sheffield break out, 3-on-2. Lakovitz gets back and gets the puck. Overcooks his skating, but Lepine mops up. A lot of room for Guy Lepine again there. Beauregard, stick by Domish, but he goes to get it. It's turned by Simon to the corner. Lepine goes to get it first. Backhands it to Beauregard. He's got time. He's got David Clark at the side of the net. He tries the tightest of angles. I've only ever seen Tony Hand score from that angle, but I don't mind David Clark having a go. He stretches. He gets the puck to Mark Levers. Mark Levers can't spin and turn and get the shot away, but he's got the puck to the corner to David Clark. Big blast comes in from Corey Nielsen right in the middle on the blue line. Back again into the feet. David Clark kicks it forward. Fires it forward. Ben Simon tripped by Clark accidentally. Panthers keeping the pressure on.
Shift.
Galbraith's pass was just picked off. Clarkey had the trigger cocked, had the barrel pointed on target. And now he's Galbraith with acres of time. He backhands it across. Corey Nielsen can't get it on target, then tries to play it off the back of the keeper. It's Jeff Arima, not Corey Nielsen. This is Corey Nielsen at the back door, trying to protect Le Guy, whose shot is off the side netting.
Too many men.
Got to be too many men against somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 7 on the ice, and they've got 5. Is that not a legitimate tactic? I thought you could do that.
If you can have too many men on the ice, at least have a 9 or 10 out there.
Yeah, I thought you could do that in the 32nd minute of a tied game at 2-2 in front of 7,000. Is that not in the rule book? Shall we go back to penalty kill? High octane game. Hard to chain the boys to the bench when they're not supposed to go on, but of course they should. Matthew Myers came from forechecking to the back to help the D out on that kill. Beautiful work. We're still not sure about the haircut. Saint as well slams the stable door shut on the short side. Well, that's the first quarter of it gone. KSP saves in slow motion.
It didn't like slow motion.
He just got it and then he just fell on it. Well, he did that on purpose because he knew we were on penalty kill and he knew that would kill another second off before the whistle. 7:37 to go, second period. 1:26 to go on the kill by the GMB Nottingham Panthers. Sheffield Steelers and Nottingham tied at 2 apiece in a game sponsored by Remit.
Oh my God.
That ricochet fell
goal.
right on the tee in front of the number 1 wood, fortunately, of Jason Hewitt.
The stick like that.
Panthers just got enough on it, and then Lakovitz lobs one down the ice on target. Keeper plays it to Bollybrook. Bollybrook feeds it forward to Hewitt. Hewitt uses his skating skills and gets over the blue line, and then gives it straight to Nottingham, and Nottingham send it out slowly to neutral ice. Is Bollybrook. Globke can't find a way past Nikolov. You know what, I like the way Angel Nikolov just stands in front of his man. He makes them go the long way round sometimes. It's a bit Eastern Bloc,
you always
isn't
told
it?
us a D-man to try and hold the blue line as well as you can, and those 2 great instances from Angel right there. He held the blue line really well. Hewitt turned it over the first time, and Globker on the second one.
We're in the last quarter of the penalty kill. Panthers have killed one already this period. Can't reach on the attempted interception. Corey Nielsen takes his man down, Globker, rather than risk. Oh, it was Nikolov. Took his man down rather than risk an opportunity from about 6 feet. So there'll be 15 seconds of 5-on-3. It is Corey Nielsen getting the penalty. Now you see, at this end, I can trust my eyes. At the far end, players cross in front of each other. I sometimes get the numbers confused. 15 seconds of 5-on-3. And then more 5-on-4. Matt Myers wins the draw. Steve Lee protects the puck. And Panthers get it down the ice with Guy Lepine getting it into the blue paint. And the Moose had a little quiver there. So it's not 5-on-3, at least it's just 5-on-4. It's fired into the backside of Steve Lee. Easy goal, double rebound, backdoor, turned in. Everyone was doing their job as best they could, but Sheffield for the third time have taken the lead. 34:01 the time of the power play goal. Corey Nielsen gets out of jail because they've converted the man advantage. They've taken the lead for the third time by 3-2. Sheffield lead with 5:59 to go, second period. Talbot's second goal of the game. Just an unlucky one there, I thought, Danny.
It was just it's a tough bounce. I mean, everyone boxed out, and sure enough, that man advantage, the one guy that you can't pick up because you've only got 4 out there and they got 5, sure enough scores. You know, it's a shot that the guy's done well. Frenchy made a good save, and sure enough, it landed straight onto the guy's stick.
5.5 minutes to go. That's got to be icing if Nikolov touches it first, which he duly does. The whistle goes. Linesman O'Halloran and Beck bring it right down to Mustakov's end of the ice. Well, we talk about there not being much hitting at the start of the game. There hasn't been much hitting at all, second period.
No, I thought it might have picked up when the little skirmish that we had halfway through the first with Stevie and Clark. But to be honest with you, I don't really think Sheffield want to get involved in that. To be honest with you, I think team toughness is certainly in our favour, and I don't think they really want to mix it up. To be honest, so that's where we have to take advantage really and not give them a choice.
Heads up, Jay Galbraith. The backhand clearance from Lepine has landed on your stick. Thomas is hooking and hauling, but Galbraith is too clever. Magic hands, Mr. Magic hands. Gets the puck across, Levers backhands it. David Clark and Corey Nielsen combine to keep possession, though not in the offensive zone. Lepine to Nielsen. Oh, Nielsen tries to fire it through Talbot. Talbot's got help. Offside the call. What a good linesman this guy from Canada is. Haven't I always said this fireman O'Halloran from Canada is one of the best linesmen. Sharpest eyes, keen eyes, accurate eyes, good call.
Absolutely. I mean, Specsavers will be all over that.
.4:36 to go, second period. Sheffield again have the lead. Lakovitz, he's got 3 Steelers buzzing round him, and with help from Nikolov and McDonald, they nearly hold up the Steelers. Clark comes through one-on-one, shoots straight into the pads of Steve Lee. Steve Lee goes to hustle him in the corner. Clark fires it off the boards, keeps possession for Sheffield. They cycle the puck, now they've got it in low. Nikolov tries to stretch to take it off Simon. Steve Lee gets a piece of it with his skates. Sheffield have turned it back towards the goal. Low Clark backhand. Falls kindly for Globka. Globka gives it to Bollybrook. Bollybrook shoots it straight into the pads of McDonald or Lakovitz. Neil McDonald's a big man. You just sometimes wish he'd get stuck in a little bit more and bear down. Glove saved by the Saint just to get a whistle. You'll have to remind me of Hyde's name again. Johnson? Danson?
Johnson, yeah, I believe Johnson, yeah.
Dan Johnson? We don't know, do we?
Mr. Johnson.
Well, I'll have a look in the excellent 2-match edition of the Eye while you chat to the listeners. Ryan Johnson. Wasn't he in Coronation Street? We had one of the Coronation Street people around on Christmas Day. He was in the live show. One of my daughter, my youngest daughter, Stephanie, one of the twins, one of her friends played the intensive care nurse who asked the name of Fizz and John Snape's baby. was told it was Hope, said it suited her, and said she'd go and get a name tag for the baby. So she comes in on Christmas Day night. Hi, Sam, how are you? She said, I'm fine. I said, what was that baby called? I thought the name suited her, so I said, I hope you got her a name tag. She just looked at me as if to say, are you for real?
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Oh! Feed from Matthew Myers to Harima. Myers gets it in low, Thomas stretches. Thomas getting a lot of ice time with the absence of Steve Munn through injury. Dowd gets the wheels going, shoots, easy blocker save. Oh, Jade Galbraith just couldn't get a piece of it. Turned across the front. Let Nottingham have it and bring it forward. Squires trying to get back after the feed. Guy Lepine feeds it to the back door. Squires gets it forward to Dowd. Dowd tries to get the wheels going again. This time he flicks a shot through and the lobster pot covers it up and says, we'll have that, we'll keep that, we'll put that in the back pocket. Well, I hope they're going to shoot like that from the blue line all night long. Straight into the GMB logo from Bollybrook.
You know, it's funny, sitting up here and looking around the crowd, you don't realise just how many people actually have replica Panther shirts. It's unbelievable. And then obviously
biggest sales ever. We had the biggest ever order. We had it in earlier than ever before.
And through the ages, obviously, you've got shirts from this season and seasons past. And I actually just saw a guy just walk out wearing a Ross Lambert shirt. He was some player. Ross played in Bracknell. Yeah, he played in Bracknell for a year.
Up on the board. Right, we're losing this one, boys. So there's 20 quid for the first hit of the period. There's 20 quid for the first run of the goalkeeper. There's 20 quid for the first, for the equalising goal, and there's 20 quid for the game-winning goal. Then he'd go out and win his own money back.
Yeah, I remember in Bracknell, he was a heck of a player.
Well, we had one of his players lined up, and good-looking player, been playing on the continent. Chairman didn't really fancy it, so we've ended up with Jeff Harima, ex-NHL. 11th pick overall, first round.
It's crazy. I mean, I remember Corey showing me his CV. I was thinking, no, he ain't coming here.
He's heard about the management.
He got a good word from Michael Bublé. I think that's what it was.
Hey, all the Canadians are bothering me now. I keep getting messages saying, do we get to sing with Michael Bublé as well as play with the Panthers? Jade Galbraith lobs it forward, Mustakovs. Simon throws a punch. I bet you he calls both of them. Simon runs Galbraith, throws a punch, and they both get a penalty.
Simon just gave the referee a thumbs up, I'm sure he did.
Thanks for balancing the books. 4 on 4. Unsurprisingly, Clark's on the ice, I can't see that. Don't want to tempt fate, but he wouldn't have been my first choice for a 4 on 4 play for them. Globka, yeah. Globka wins the draw at the second attempt, gets it back to Sarich. Sarich to Bollybrook. Sheffield missed Clark out of the equation, give it to Globka. Globka can't get it past the feet of Zion, but at the second attempt gets it in low. Clark has a look. Big sweep attempt by St. Pierre, doesn't come to anything. Panthers poke it forward. Matthew Mize brings it forward, 3 on 1. Jimmy Panthers, Matthew has a look, back door, Billy Ryan equalises for the third time for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. Broken play from the Sheffield Steelers. Great anticipation by Panthers. Super play by super Welsh boy. Matthew Myers tees it up and Billy Ryan gets his second goal of the game. And for the second time, scores in the last minute of a period for Panthers to tie it up. 4 on 4 play. Thumbs up, Ben Simon. Thank you very much.
I think maybe the goalie thought it might go to him. Matthew faked the shot. Superb pass to Billy Ryan, and he had all the time in the world.
Good hit from Nikolov. Just stands Hewitt up. And it's won the puck for Nottingham. Zion gets it in low. Mark Levis tries to poke it past Bollybrook and spin off him and use his momentum to get it down the other way, off the feet of Nikolov. Danny had a little panic there. He had a moment. He had a moment there. He thought he was going to bounce unkindly off Nikolov's skate. All right, 20 minutes to go. I have a Christmas wish, Danny.
Go ahead.
Can we score first this period?
Oh, please. And then just hang on.
Yeah, I mean, 3-1, I was quite happy for 40 minutes of ice in the book yesterday.
Absolutely.
But there's not a single seat unsold in the building. Even if you can see some blue seats, someone bought it. You see, what people forget is sometimes the season ticket holders might be away for Christmas.
Yeah.
So they just can't get to a game. Why they don't give the ticket to someone else, I don't know. Although it's probably because of that little condition which says non-transferable, which means you can't not come to a Panthers game and say, can I go and see Rod Stewart instead? That's what it means. It doesn't mean you can't
don't want
give
to
it
do
to
that
your
anyway. That's a terrible trade-up.
I know, but that's what it means. Doesn't mean you can't give it to your brother to come if you're away. Although you're probably visiting your brother at Christmas. All right, so Panthers scored 4-on-4, and we got 30 seconds of 4-on-4 action still to go. Sheffield get it to Le Gui. I think both sides will possibly shorten their benches as the game winds down. St. Pierre makes a good save. Sheffield allowed right in. 3-3, 19.5 minutes to go. Sponsored by Remit, automotive apprenticeships, all that kind of stuff. If you run a firm and you want to teach somebody how to do the body work, I wonder if they'll take my old Maverick just as like for practicing on, because they couldn't make it any worse. I really hit that pillar about 7 years ago, and I've never got around to. I
remember when I was playing in Solihull with Mopes, and I was living with Jeff Daniels and Dominic DiGiorgio, and they probably had the oldest. Oh my Lord!
Oh, the wrist shot from Billy Ryan! It was spectacular. Mustakov's feet came up as high as his neck.
The worst Skoda I've ever seen in my life. So I wonder if they still got that. They could use that by. Again, it's caught him out twice. The so-called moose looked like a bit of a moose.
Oh, it's loose in front on the feed from Matt Myers. It was off his skate. Squire scored off his feet a day ago on Boxing Day. I think it was off Matt Myers' feet. Would have still counted. The new rule on like that, you have to deliberately, absolutely kick it intentionally at the back of the net, and it goes in for them to say no, that wasn't a goal. Anything else, you get away with these days. So Panthers start brightly. Billy Ryan with 2 good efforts on target. Ian McDonald to take the draw against Hewitt. Hewitt wins it. Thomas not sure what to do. A back pass to the keeper, Mustakovs. He's playing that game, isn't he, at Christmas?
Twister, isn't it?
Yeah, where you spin the dial and go put your foot on a different
I think that was a red 5 he just went
he drew white and pale blue. Oh, penalty coming against David Alexander Beauregard for tripping. Huge kill coming up for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. Big opportunity for Sheffield to take the lead for the 4th time. You know, that's a cheap penalty. We don't need little cheap calls like this. Let the game go. Let the players decide the game. Sheffield combine and get the puck back to Saric. St. Pierre sees all of that one, but Saric manages to keep Harima's attempted clearance, but Harima then poke checks him. Talbot gets it across. Battle going on in front of St. Pierre. St. Pierre trying to clear a path so he can see the shot coming in. It's ricocheted around. Harima gets to it, gets a piece of it with Saric, tries to tie the puck up. Saric gets it to Talbot. Talbot has a look, skates with it himself, doesn't give it to Le Gui, not yet anyway, gives it to the corner instead to Ashley Tate. He's like the quarterback on their power play. He gets it in low to Talbot, the Sheffield visiting fan screaming for something. In front as Corey Nielsen tries to help clear the sight line for Kevin St. Pierre.
What's the switch?
Through traffic, and St. Pierre sees it late, but sees it in time to make the save. Puck's loose. Simon has a dig, whistle had gone. I'm surprised Guy Lepin hasn't knocked his block off. The guys up in Scotland were given larders once when Fife first had the 3 Eastern Bloc, like Russians, I don't know where they were really from, Ukrainians or whatever. And they had 2 larders between the 3 of them, and they all had families. And at the end, they said, "Can we keep the larders?" They bought them, you know, from a scrap merchant who paid like 20 quid. And they said, yeah. They took them back and made a fortune. Made a fortune. Good job by Angel Nikolov. Twists and turns and flicks it down the ice. Panthers halfway through the kill. 17:48 to go in this 3rd and final period. Unless the excitement goes to fever pitch. Dowd gets it down the left wing. Lakovic skates with him. Tries to free the puck up and does. Oh, clever play. Nikolov to Lakovic. Cool hand Luke. Or as we call him, cool hand Lack. Visiting fans trying to get their team up. Teed up by Kevin St. Pierre, and Guy Lepin finishes the job. He's had a good game tonight, Guy Lepin.
Guy's improved for the last 3-4 weeks. He's really seemed to come out of his shell, Guy. And obviously people look at him and think he's a tough guy and stuff like that, but he's got a lot of skill about him, Guy, and he makes real good decisions, and he's improved a lot the last 3-4 weeks.
Well, Sheffield had too many men on for quite a while there. They kind of cheated massively on the change on the fly. Beauregard out of the box, goes straight to the team bench. Panthers have got their lines together. Levers is on with Galbraith. Squires.
Stick,
Norton.
Why is he called that?
Holding.
That's unbelievable.
You see, right now we should be in their face, in the referee's face, saying, "What are you doing?" Absolutely. He got the puck, and Squires went down for no good reason. That is the worst call of the night. Well, the song in the background says it all. We've killed one, we've got to kill another. Levers doesn't win possession for Nottingham. McGuee dishes it off. He's looking for the big blast from the blue line. Gives it to Sarich. They've got 2 big cannons on the blue line. They're switching now. Corey Nielsen blocks it. Guy Lepin loses his stick. Levers cleverly forward, gives it through. Can't flick it out. Hard enough. Do you know what? Should have grabbed it. Levers, help it on its way, son. Good job. See, that would be handball in football. He's from Derby. You know where I'm coming from?
I hear.
Simon, player coach, gets it into the zone for the Sheffield Steelers. Panthers nearly halfway through the kill. Talbot gives it back to Sarich. Sarich across to the sides. Simon, Nikolov backs into him. Gets a piece of it.
Good job by Angel.
Great job by Angel, and Matthew Myers nearly cleans up the crumbs, but can't. Angel goes down. Good save by St. Pierre. I don't know that he stacked the pads, he just stacked something. Sheffield trying to work it out. Sheffield fans trying to get them an extra penalty. St. Pierre sees it go through the blue paint and out the other side. 3/4 of the way through the kill. Neither of the linesmen have had the gumption to go and pick up the debris on the ice. Off a skate, he's not given it. And then Talbot trying to make a nuisance of himself. That was deliberately kicked in, but he's given it for man in the crease. It was off his skate in the crease. Good call. Haven't I always said he's a good referee?
Absolutely. He's not even up for debate. I mean,
look at this. What can they be saying? He wasn't in the blue paint. Look where the net is. St. Pierre looks hurt at the moment.
I think when Talbot fell on him there.
Could be the Saints' last game. Craig Kowalski had a little test before warm-up tonight. By the time you're watching this one, folks, you might have seen K-Wall back in action for the G&B Panthers. I'll tell you something else, Danny. I don't believe in that little flurry of activity around the referee. Someone didn't call him a name.
I'll tell you what, Gary, some of the language and some of the things that are used and said to referees, you can't sit there and say, are you really going to take that? Are you really going to be sworn at and called every name under the sun and not say a word back or give a penalty?
And as you heard on the corridor last night after the game in Sheffield, I wouldn't know what some of those words mean. I didn't know what I was calling Sims.
You're a good Christian boy.
I go to church with Corey. 15 seconds of the kill to go. They got it in the net, but it was off escape from a play. Oh, giveaway. Panthers get a piece of it. Hewitt's gone down hurt. Corey Nielsen, I think, whacked him back. Oh, here we go, Clark. Ref, what are you going to do?
Look at Guy. Look at Guy Lepine leaning over the bench.
Look at that, sticking him in front of the linesman. Then the punch comes in from Globka. Guy, stay on the bench. Someone shut the gate, please. I can't do that again. Someone shut the gate. Ray, shut the gate. There's another shift to come, boys. We've shut the gate. Good job by Fruit and Veg Ray, who doesn't sell fruit and veg anymore.
Look at
It's a good name.
Trying to get his attention.
Long way to go. He's telling Globka, I knocked you out last time. Panthers changing on the fly. Not on the fly, you know, after the whistle. Quite genuine. Clark, Guy Lepine. Clark says no. Clark turns it down. The problem here, Danny, is we have to have a face-off before Guy drops the gloves. Because he has come from the team bench. Are we doing it?
Unbelievable, eh?
Lepine bangs him anyway. Oh, how many times are you going to get challenged? See Globka coming in there to try and stick Guy Lepine in the back of the leg. Oh, is this guy tough? Is he the toughest guy in the league? It's between him and Pens.
Unreal.
Neil Clark. Oh, the referee's saying shake hands and make up. Yeah, right. That's going to happen, Tom Darnell. Actually, what he's saying is, if you're going to do it properly. When the puck drops, drop the gloves. Let's get this dealt with. I don't think Clark's going to do it. Yeah, good kill by the Panthers. Good kill. Great work by Tom Norton coming straight out of jail and hustling for the puck. That must hurt when 6,500 people are chanting chicken.
That's a loud, loud chant.
Right, we've done that now. We do now need to leave that.
Yep.
We can revisit it later if we need to. Simon carries that puck well. Steve Lee finishes his hit. Globka gets it to the back door. Poor shot from Clark. Well, I hope for his sake he can fight somebody. St. Pierre didn't get the puck, but he did well. He jammed it away. They've given it away.
Jade.
And Ian McDonald's away to the races. He's got Clarkie coming with him. The ref's called it. I'm not sure that. I mean, do you know what? I'm almost certain that should be a penalty shot in my mind.
It's funny you should say that. I was having this discussion with Matt Myers yesterday. In the first period, he got a short-handed breakaway and he got hauled down. And I was saying, in the NHL, that would be a penalty shot. He didn't get a shot away. The guy cross-checked him from behind. And again, if you've got a scoring opportunity and someone takes you down and stops you from shooting, that is a penalty shot. There's no reason why that should not be a penalty shot, because in the NHL it would be.
Well, the other thing is, it's a clear cut opportunity
Absolutely.
to score, which is what the words of the IIHF rulebook. Because if he doesn't chop him down, he's just going to slide it across. It's 2-0.
Yeah.
Can Panthers convert their first power play of the third period? They've killed 2. Matt Myers wins the draw, gets out from McDonald. Ryan and Zion having a look. To me, to you. In low to Beauregard. Beauregard gets it back to Billy Ryan. Billy Ryan's got 2 goals. I can't get the feed. Tate gets a piece of it. Beauregard gets a piece of it. Deflection, it just flicked over the glass. I love that one yesterday. Let's clear this rule up for the fans. Their guy flicked it, Bollybrook, over the glass, and he ranted and raved at the officials and pointed the ice. I was standing here, over the blue line. Yeah, well, Kevin, someone should have told you it's your end now.
Yeah.
Anywhere in your end of the ice.
Yeah.
The rule's been changed for 2 seasons. Obviously, he's never delayed the game by flicking the puck over the ice before in 2 seasons. Panthers with a blast. Just off the leg pad of Tate. Harima gets it to Levers. Levers gets it across. Galbraith sets it to Clark. Back door. Harima. Clark with a blast. Doesn't get the cannon away. Just for once. 70 seconds on the power play. Corey Nielsen has a look. What's on? Pass intercepted. Clark's dropped his stick. With a little bit of a help from a good tap from Corey Nielsen. Harima puts the brakes on, then sends the puck in. Domish off the glass. Clark tries to intercept Simon. Zion forces him wide. So Simon knows he's killing time. Brings it back out, plays it all the way back to Globka. Good penalty kill from the Sheffield player coach. Panthers change the unit on the play. Dowd, with his fast British legs, he's on the ice. He's got the puck, he's lost control, he's regained control and he's given it away. Zion flicks it past Hewitt, takes it off Dowd, gets it into the zone, gives it to Beauregard. Sniper Alexander Beauregard of the David variety. Flashes one just past the post. He's Billy Ryan, remember he's on a hat-trick. Tips it through the legs, nutmegs. Dowd takes it forward, gets the speed up. Goes past Saric, comes out the other side, kicks it across. Zion. Oh, it ricochets on the feed from McDonald. McDonald keeps it in. Sheffield about to get their man back. Panthers get it to the back door, but they've still got momentum. Billy Ryan backhands it to the corner. Beauregard backhands it to McDonald. McDonald has a look. No one open. It's off Legui's skates, and it ricochets to safety. Good power play, but no joy at the end of it. Clever play by Levers and the whole team. They knew they'd be called too many men if they played it, so they waited, and Sheffield watched them wait and play it. And then the number 17 bus got off the ice. Nickloff off the boards. David Clark couldn't take it on the backhand. Sheffield dump it in. They're offside. Panthers will have time. Less than 11 miles to go in this one. David Clark uses the boards, but it doesn't come far enough off those boards for Galbraith to get a touch. Well, there's something going on there. The 3 Canadians, the linesman Domish and Galbraith, are all having a laugh. I don't know what the punchline was. I had some great Christmas texts sent to me, but I can't use any of them. Not one.
They went out the crackers then.
No, well, only if Lee Mack wrote them in, not going out. Sheffield with the puck, right to the front. No one knew where it was. Backhands all around. Globke with the shot. Ben Simon. That wasn't a bad blind backhand pass, was it? Right through the blue paint and out the other side. 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go. It's tight. It's tense. It's not been as spectacular as you might have expected, but it's been edge of the seat stuff.
Big hit by the pain.
Thomas can't collect the clearance. Exactly 10 miles to go. Panthers versus Sheffield, 3-3, Christmas Monday. 7,028 watching it. Not an empty seat available to sell in the building. Well, it says in the Ice Trent FM arena, we should now be calling it Capital FM from next week. We're looking for a capital finale from the GMB Nottingham Panthers. Good hit by Lepine. Backhands the puck. Nielsen goes to collect. Has a look. Uses the glass. Gets it round. Billy Ryan can't collect. Thomas sends it in, but picked off by Matt Myers. There were players offside. Hewitt hits Matt Myers. Matt Myers goes down. Just gets up. That's no problem. Oh, they get lucky. Dow comes through. Flashes a shot off target. Panthers with a tip from Norton. Get it forward. McDonald loses out. Lakovic tries to join in. Saric got so lucky there. It could have bounced through his legs, round his legs, and in the end it just hit the knee roll and dropped down. Sheffield tip it. There'll be no ice and whistle. We've got less than 9 minutes to go. Clarkey sends it in low on the feed from Zion. Domish goes to it. Beauregard battles for it, gets the puck to McDonald. McDonald has a look. Beauregard takes over, tries to stick handle his way through. Sheffield can't get it past. Steve Lee, he shoots to the far side of the goal. Zion joins in the attack. McDonald gives it away to Sheffield Steelers. Is that Bollybrook joining in the attack, or is he playing up front now?
Oh, wow.
Off a skate deliberately by Steve Lee onto the post. Doesn't even shout as a shot on goal, that. Mark Levers can't win the foot race with Domish, who had a few yards start. He nearly got there, Mark Levers. We've got 8 minutes and 4 seconds to go. We're tied at 3, the biggest rivals in Europe. Ben Simon trying to make a nuisance of himself. I know if Guy Lepine had dropped a glove there, Simon would have dropped on the floor and covered his head. This game is as tight as yesterday's one, but the bouncers went against the Panthers.
Yeah, it was just...
Mark Levers wins the draw.
We've talked about that.
Panthers use the boards, and we've got it to Jay Galbraith. Can he turn Thomas inside out? He goes the long way round. He has a look. David Clark goes right to the front. The puck ricochets around, and Sheffield just get it out to the corner. Clark tries to protect it. Clark gives the other Clark, David Clark, gives Simon a bump, but Neil Clark brings the puck forward for Sheffield. They dump it on the diagonal dump into the far corner. Nielsen uses the boards and gets it up to Galbraith. Sends it forward for Mark Levers, but Jason Hewitt nips in first and gets there. Sheffield just bang it down the ice. They'll take the point on the road and hope they get something extra. Harima, we could do with some NHL top draw stuff right now, couldn't we? Galbraith can't stop the biscuit coming right round, and Sheffield have got it forward, but Matt Myers picks Hewitt's pocket and Panthers have the puck again. He's Angel Nikolov. Galbraith steps off the ice, doesn't get the pass, and Nottingham get it forward. It ricochets off Harima, or doesn't in the linesman's view. Chris Beck. 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go, sponsored by Remit, Automotive Apprenticeships and lots more.
6255, 6255.
Panthers get the puck to neutralise. Domish has it, uses the boards, gets it forward, left wing. Hewitt gives it away and then does a handstand, or rather a headstand. Bollybrook loses control. Nikolov has it, uses it. Billy Ryan inside to Myers. Myers backhand to Harima. He's got help. Stevie Lee's jumped into the play. Stevie Lee not a forward, not quite on it, but still gets to it. Gives it to Matt Myers. 50-50 prize tonight, Daniel. Oh, Billy Ryan works it to the front, and just a poke check from the keeper allows Tate to bang it down the ice. Over £1,000 on the 50-50 prize.
Has it been announced yet?
Yeah.
It has. I was going to say, surely we can try and fix that, can't we? Go 50-50, you and I will split it 500 each.
Who did you buy the ticket with?
It's Mary. Mary, the 50-50 ticket lady.
£1,078, the biggest prize. You know, if you add up our share, what you do is you take the price of printing the tickets off, then you divide the money. we announce it. I don't understand why, even when it's little, these clubs that have £25 prizes, I don't know why they wouldn't announce it's 25 quid, because at least, you know, you're thinking, well, it's a 1 in 25 chance for a quid, you know?
So you know for next time.
Ian McDonald works the puck in low. And then as soon as you get it up to like 100 quid, you know, it starts to roll. Panthers get it to the front. Good pressure. Sheffield trying to absorb that pressure, get the puck. And a backhand from Tate goes across. Lakovitz. Great work by the Laxter. Ian McDonald finds that one hand on the stick doesn't work. Side netting. Water bottles come off. Sheffield fans. Whoosh. It's not behind you. Saric winds up for the big shot. Into feet.
No, jump on it. What a play by Zion. What a play by Zion.
Unbelievable. Jesus. At the back door. Panthers were begging Sheffield to score. I think we were daring them to score.
Boys, there's 4 minutes and 55 seconds left. Let's not be playing any games of dares anymore.
Well, I can see the chairman laughing. At least he could see the funny side of it, Danny.
I got to get my heart rate down before I can start laughing.
Let's just finish my point about the 50-50, which is sponsored by Temple Print. So you know how much it is, and people think, hey, I wouldn't mind a piece of that for a quid. And we're in a recession, you know. You add it all up, it's like having a secondary sponsor.
Oh, absolutely.
You know. Oh, it was just behind David Clark, Corey Nielsen with the stretch pass. Sheffield get a tip on it, it won't be icing, but Corey Nielsen gets the puck, uses the boards, gets it round, Guy Lepin gets it, uses the boards and gets it forward to Mark Levers. Ben Simon tried to finish his hit. David Clark with a shot, Muscovos doesn't know where it is it in his pocket? Yes it is. 4:30 to go. All that pressure from Nottingham, and then suddenly it came down the other end. Oh, there's going to be a loud roar. If Panthers could get something from this draw.
And that's just you and me.
Yeah. With our totally unbiased down the middle. Strictly unambiguous commentary. Nikolov does a good job. Puck's loose. Harima got it to centre ice. Sheffield send it in, it's coming around the boards. Harima tries to get his stick in, does. With help from Matt Myers, they've got it down the ice, they've got it over the blue line. Dowd sends it across, east to west. Thomas fires it in high, could have gone anywhere off that glass. Could have gone anywhere off that glass. Harima steals it, it's 2-on-2 with Billy Ryan. Nikolov joins in the play. Billy Ryan tries to go through the middle, stick handles his way down. He's hauled down. Referee nods. What does that mean? He nods. Yeah, I saw that, that was bad.
Good job,
Lakovitz gets the poke check in, loses his grip on the stick. Penalty coming against the Panthers. It's a Panthers.
There's 3 minutes to go. He's going to call that.
Hooking. 3:21 to go in a tight game. Lakovitz gets called for hooking because he dropped his stick basically. Unbelievable call from referee Tom Darnell. I'd certainly like to yell .com at him right now. Saric has it. Puck won't settle. Through traffic. Rebound could have gone anywhere. Beauregard bides his time. Levers gets a piece of it, but not enough to control it. It's gone right down the ice. Panthers on penalty kill. Until there's just over 70 seconds left in the game. Sheffield dump it in. Remember, they've got 5 skaters to Panthers 4. Big hit comes in from Lepine. Sheffield still have it. Backhand pass through the legs from Simon. Now Talbot has it. Back to Le Guy. Le Guy has a cannon on him. So does Saric. Le Guy fakes the shot. Talbot. Le Guy through traffic, off target. Kevin St. Pierre shrugs the shoulders. Doesn't have to worry when they're not on target. Le Gui trying to make room down the left channel. Lepine. Oh, the referee kicks it out for us. Well, he'll have to do a bit more of that before he's resurrected. They're offside. They're offside now. They're offside. They were offside. They took it in with the guy offside. I suppose he's going to argue they didn't play it. Bodies on the ice, and Talbot finishes with his second goal of the game on the power play to put the Steelers back in front 4-3 with 2:13 to go. And for the fourth time they've taken the lead against the GMB Nottingham Panthers. St. Pierre made the save and went down. Loose puck was there and Talbot fired it in. Two huge games against Sheffield. All on a ridiculous call at 3 minutes to go. David Clark tries to find someone, can't. Nikolov gets it in low. Domish gets it across. They've given it away. Jake Galbraith stick to the backboards by the keeper. They use the boards. Galbraith battles for it. Hewitt gets it forward. Sheffield. Interception by Steve Lee goes over the glass. It'll be a face-off at Nottingham's end of the ice. We've got 91 seconds to go. All eyes on St. Pierre. When will he be pulled? When will Panthers go for 6 skaters against 5? Risking the empty net, but there's no point holding back now. Impromptu timeout taking place at the Sheffield bench while they work out what bodies to put on the ice. One minute and 31 seconds to go, sponsored by Remit. Superweight, super middleweight world champion boxer Carl Froch in the stands. I can see him on the far side urging Panthers on to try and get a 4th equaliser. Billy Ryan goes right across. Zion. Pass from Zion to Nielsen. Pierre comes a long way out of his crease, but he's had to hold it up. Now Panthers got it in the zone. St. Pierre goes. David Clark's coming. Muskovs covers up. 57.3 seconds to go. Last minute. Panthers have played well, but so have Sheffield. .57 seconds to go. The Steelers fans making the noise in the National Ice Centre. Panthers take their time out. Corey Nielsen goes to the chalkboard. The clock's running down. And it's stopped. Tell the ref, I want that putting back on. I want that putting back on the clock now. Just had to call downstairs. I wasn't going to let them take 7 seconds off us.
We'll add that back, please.
Just in case.
Well, the omen is pretty good for us, I suppose. We've scored in the last minute of each period so far, so let's hope we get one in this one.
It's a good omen. I like your style. Clock's been readjusted back to 57.3. Panthers with 6 skaters. Well, you know what? Billy Ryan's not on the ice, and he scored both those last-minute goals.
Yep.
Perhaps we could go with 7. Linesman Beck just checking the goal still there. Behind the play. We need Matthew, the Welsh wonder, to win the draw, and he does. He gets it back. Panthers keep it in the zone, but it's ricocheted off a skate. Game over. Le Gui skates it all the way down turns it in. Nielsen can't stop it. It's a 5-3 final score, and Sheffield will take the honours thanks to that empty net effort. It's brilliant when it works, six skaters, Danny, but it's awful when it doesn't.
Well, it's the risk that you take, isn't it? You know, Matthew won the drawback. It kind of bounced a little bit funny for Corey. Couldn't get his shot away, and you know, really, that guy should never have got out to Corey in the first place. There should have been a pick there to allow Corey to receive the puck and try and take a shot on goal there. So there was a breakdown somewhere.
Last 30 seconds. It's been a disappointing Christmas on the ice. I had a brilliant Christmas day with the family. I had a lousy Boxing Day and Christmas Monday. Still hustling and bustling, but Panthers are giving the puck away this time. Sheffield know they just got to get it down the ice. Have they deserved 4 points out of 4?
I certainly don't think so. I mean, I'm not really sure how we've come away with these 2 games without at least a point. But that's what happens when you get a penalty called against you with 3 minutes to go on a tie game. I mean, I don't know.
My thanks to Danny Myers, my thanks to Televideo for stepping into the breach with injury to Steve Wilkinson and helping us make this film for you, this DVD. Although I doubt we're going to sell many. Please remember, it's sold under license for home use only. No part of it can be broadcast nor recorded in any way or form. Thanks for watching, folks. Tonight's match was sponsored by Rena Automotive Training.